guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is October the 5th. It is Wednesday morning. Yes, pre-session before the market is actually open up. And I wanted to ask you a question. What is standing between you and day trading? Okay? What is it? What is blocking you or preventing you from getting into and learning how to start trading for yourself, becoming your own boss, making your own profits, regardless of where you're at, whether you're home or vacation, wherever, okay? The answer simply is patience, okay? You got to be patient in trading. Yes, it is, all about being consistent and having solid gains each and every day, being green, like I say, and never in the red or whatever the case is. Not to say you won't have a losing trade, but the key to succeeding in day trading and what stands in the way of most traders is the simple fact they're not patient enough and waiting for what? The right setups. You have to be patient, okay? The sooner you realize that, the sooner and things will become a lot easier for you on your journey, your path, your life. Everything will change, okay? Everything will change. The door will open up. Your mind will free itself and things will start rolling. You'll feel like, come out of that slumber of feeling as if I just can't find a trade. Things aren't looking right. I don't know how to find the setups. You have to be patient, okay? And I want to talk about a few things that cause people or kind of force people not to be patient in trading, okay? And why? And what steers a lot of people away from trading, okay, is because they don't know how to just wait and be patient. Patience, trading is one of those things that where you have to just really kind of, you got to finesse it. You have to learn. You have to understand. You have to put in the hard work. You have to really dig deep and strap yourself down, okay? And really declutter your mind and be focused on each day that you get in front of your charts. You have to know what you're looking at, okay? It's just not like getting into a car and driving and having to look around and following the rules and guidelines. When it comes to driving, in cases, yes, we have to be aware of our surroundings, but in trading, we have to understand everything that's going on. We have to look at structure before, structure today, follow price action. We have to be able to understand and know what we're doing when we're trading, okay? And if you want to be consistent and make money in this business, all right, okay, you're going to really have to, one, understand and learn market structure, okay? If you do not know market structure and you have simply been sitting here or sitting for years or months, whatever the case is, thinking that you know how to trade, you may make money one day, 2 days, or 3 days. A lot of people who find themselves probably experiencing this time and time again because they think they know how to trade. If you do not understand market structure, okay, you are going to fail at trading. All right, trading is not a red light, green light. Look for certain things to cross EMAs or all these technical indicators, whatever the case is. That's not the way it works. Okay, you have to understand. I said this before, and I use this analogy. It's like reading a book. We read to comprehend, to understand the story at hand. Whatever the message is within that material that we're actually reading. It's the same thing when we sit in front of our charts. You sit there, you're reading, you're pretty much observing the patterns, you're looking at what the market is pretty much telling you it wants to do. And it's us as traders, it's your job to be able to decipher what the market wants to do. All right? You're not always going to be 100% correct. And even if you're not 100% correct, the thing was called trade management. And being able to trade and manage your trades, knowing when to get in and to get out. And I say this time and time again. Before I even actually get into a trade, what do? I am looking at market structure. I'm trying to identify where I need to, in following price action, where I need to get in and get out, or if I can, before I actually take that trade. Before I even take my trade, I already know if price comes back to a certain area, and I'll get this question a lot, all the time, okay? Stop loss. What do you pay for stop loss? Things of that nature. Guys, the questions you have, I can guarantee you, if you spend time watching the videos, if you're a newcomer, whatever case is to the channel, spend some time watching the videos, and maybe, go to the homepage, go to a little magnifying glass, that's the search there, enter in certain topics, whether it be stop loss, whatever it is you want information about on the channel. I assure you, I'll probably cover that topic. So just spend a little time educating yourself, researching the channel to see that question you have. Versus sending me a quick comment or whatever the case is. Like, I get the same comments over and over and over. And I think people are just watching one video and not going back watching going back to some of the videos on the channel where the answers lie. Okay, because I kind of not say hate, but I dislike having to talk and rehash things out over and over and over again when the answers are there. Just go to the channel and kind of dig deep and you'll find the answers. Or if you want to send a comment, I can direct you possibly to where the video is. But getting back to what we were talking about, consistency and being patient, you have to be. If you want to be consistent, you have to be patient and look for the right setups, right? And consistency means making money each and every day, being green each and every day, right? Because that is the key, And yes, like I said, you're going to have probably losing trades or whatever the case is, but it's all about risk. It's all about trade management, knowing where to get in and to get out. So basically, you got to know where to get out the moment you get in. Okay, exactly. All right, and don't play it the other way around in a sense. But anyways, there's a few things that when it comes to being patient that you can't be. You can't be anxious. Okay, a lot of people, they tend to be anxious about getting into a trade. All right, and everybody's different. Personality wise. You have to be able to control yourself. If you can't control your inner being and control yourself, and you're very irrational at thought, whatever the case is, then trading may not be for you. All right? Or maybe you need to train yourself to become better at not being so anxious, having anxiety, or whatever it is about taking a trade. Okay? You have to kind of sit back, whether it's putting your hands under your lap, tying them behind your back. I probably don't recommend doing that because you may miss a trade. But simply just put your hands in your lap. Just stay still. Relax. I don't know if you meditate or do whatever you do to kind of relax and calm yourself down. Because a lot of people get sweaty palms. They get nervous. You can't be like that, because if you are not relaxed, then you are going to become anxious about taking a trade. That's why I said it in a video. And, a few weeks ago or a few months ago back about, some of the things I like to do in the morning to prepare myself to, before I start my day and sit in front of my charts. And one of them is, excuse me guys, and one of them is, simply exercising. Exercising helps relieve stress. It helps put the mind and the body in a certain state to where it's not tense. So, I recommend doing that. Get up, balanced breakfast. If you eat breakfast, whatever the case is, of course, you probably want to have something on your stomach. You have some energy to keep the mind going. Okay, the brain has to feed the brain. If you don't feed the brain, what do you expect it to do? It's going to be dull. It's not going to be able to help you. The eyes and the brain work together. So if the brain's not working, then you're not going to visually be prepared enough to be able to look for certain setups, the high probability entries, whatever the case is. So you can't be anxious, guys. Relax yourselves. Relax yourself. And fear. A lot of people say FOMO, the fear of missing out on trades, whatever the case is. Well, that comes, we all experience it from, being a beginner trader, whatever the case is. You look for a setup, and then it's like, okay, you're scared to get into that trade. And most times, go with your gut, because most times your gut is correct. If it looks right, take it. Don't hesitate, because hesitation is it will allow you to miss out on opportunities. And I'm not saying be risky or anything like that. Just going back to what I said, you have to understand market structure and price action. You have to be able to know what's going on in the market. And the more that you practice doing so, the more that these setups will become easier for you to recognize. Okay. And then one thing I'll talk about that you should not do is revenge trading. And the revenge trading leads to people over trading. Okay, revenge trading is a bad habit. I talk about this in several videos, whatever the case is, because We all kind of go down that rabbit hole, or have gone down that rabbit hole of chasing trades or wanting to quickly get back into a trade because we lost money. If you lose or have a losing trade, whatever the case is, and let's say, for instance, you had you didn't have the proper trade management or risk management when it comes to actually entering into a trade, and you didn't get out quick enough, and you allow that market to come back against you, and you encourage some drawdown. All right, stop it. That's the key. You got to know where to cut your losses at, because if you don't, then you might as well just stop that day, because you're not going to be able to make up for it. Okay, but if you practice and have great trade management tactics, what's going to happen is you're going to get into a trade, and if the trade comes back against you, you already know where you're going to get out. You didn't risk much. You cut your losses. Then you go back and you look for the next setup that will kick off and profit for you, put you in profit. Then that last trade that you didn't do so well in, maybe you broke even, or you had a small loss, whatever the case is, you done made back up for it. Okay, so you cannot allow yourself to be revenge trading, because that's a psychological thing that starts to eat at people. They feel like, I lost this trade here. I need to make up for it, whatever the case is. They just get into a trade, another trade, another trade. The more trades that you actually take, and it's kind of a catch-22 situation, a scenario in a sense, because a lot of people think that the more trades that you actually take, the more opportunity of you taking on or having a losing trade. Yes, that is true in a sense, but I take quite a few trades a day, most times. But it's all people ask me that question too. How many trades do you look to take a day? I personally don't have a set number in a sense. I just look for high probability trades. Like I talk to you guys about untested zones. If the more untested areas I see and are great setups, I will take every single one of those. So if you are one that says that I'm looking to take maybe one, no more than 2 trades a day, that's a great plan. I mean, be honest with you. So whatever works for you, stick with that. If you say 2 trades a day for me is fine, and you go 2 for 2 each and every day, and that works for you, and it pretty much accumulates or compounds daily for you. At the end of the week, you see your net proceeds and the profits you made. Hey, that's a solid plan. So each person has to develop their own plan of action or strategy, or whatever the case is. Devising a plan that works for them. Don't go off of what somebody else's plan is. Just devise something that works for you. And that's the best tool, or the best piece of advice I can give anyone, is find what works for you. Spend some time crafting your own things surrounding trading. Okay? Your own trading plan. All right? If you got certain goals, I want to make 100 ticks a week. I want to make 200 ticks a week. Whatever the case is. So you have to feel comfortable and devise something that works for you. Okay? So again, all this goes around and surrounds patience, because you have to do away with being anxious. You have to do away with the fear. You have to do away with the revenge of which allows you to start chasing trades and start taking dumb trades. Okay, you have to ultimately get your mind in a place of where it is zoned in, it's relaxed, and you are patient. Okay. Patient, being able to look for the right setups, all right? And that's really the key. And all those things, patience will lead to allow you to become consistent. The more patient you are, the more relaxed you are, the more consistent you're going to be in your trading each and every day. The more setups you're going to take, the more trades you're going to take. I'm not going to say the more trades you take. I'm basically just saying that the trades that you do take, you will be more consistent and more profitable. All right. So the only thing that stands in between you and these charts and you becoming profitable in your day trading is just being patient. All right. Have a clear mind. Wait for the right setups in the market. Don't feel like you have to take every little trade. All right. You have to gauge and put parameters in place. Follow that trading plan. Whatever it is you may have. If you say, I'm looking for this to happen, I have to wait for this. I trade around supply and demand all day long, okay? That's just the way I trade. And my strategy of how I trade, it works for me every single day, and that's how I'm able to be consistent and profitable each and every day. And if you're a newcomer sitting here watching this video today, you don't know much about supply and demand, take the time to learn, okay? Supply and demand for me is where it's at. It's the cornerstone to my trading. And maybe you don't have a strategy or that you're actually trading right now. Take a look at supply and demand. Figure out how you can trade around it. Watch the videos here on this channel. I provide lots of content surrounding supply and demand. You can watch some of my live recorded sessions where on the channel here where I have tons of videos showing my trades, and I talk about the trades. So that's how I pretty much trade around, looking for zones, either supply and demand, and then I talk about the step-by-step process of how I go about executing the strategy I actually use and how I trade it. Okay, so that goes out to all the beginner, to everyone who's first-time viewer or maybe a beginner trader watching this video today. So I'm not going to go into too much about supply and demand, but that's what I look for, and that is the bread and butter to my actual trading. Okay, so yes, that's the key, guys. The key to being consistent is being patient. Okay, but of course you have to know and understand all the elements, the core things when it comes to trading, and you got to put in the hard work. You got to put in the practice upon practice upon practice, the back testing. You got to spend time. Okay, you just can't think you're gonna, because you have capital money, that you're going to be successful and start being able to manage your own trades and make money overnight. No, because you got to learn. I mean, it's just like everything else. I mean, if you become successful in something else in your life and your career, and you think you're just going to jump over to trading and start to make money overnight because you have money, that's not the way this works. I'll tell you this: trading is one of the hardest things you will ever do in your life. It can be very simple, but at the same time, it can be very complex and hard. Okay, because you have to understand the key things I talk about in so many videos, and that's market structure and price action. If you can master those two and conquer those two, I'll say this all the time, then you are 75, 80% or more on the way of becoming very successful. Okay, so I'll leave you guys with that. Just keep in mind, consistency comes from what? Being patient, waiting for the right setups to unfold. Do not be scared to take the trades when you know that price is in an area or zone that you should be trading at. Take it. Just have practice a solid trade. Practice solid trade management. Meaning, when you get into that trade, know exactly where you need to get out at. All right. Do not just think that price is, oh, okay, it broke my stop area, whatever the case is, I should have got out here, and then you keep letting price, shoot below or above, whatever the case is, you take it on major drawdown, get out. The next trade is around the corner, okay, which will bring upon success or be profitable for you, all right? So just know when to get out, but be patient for the right moves. That's all I have for you guys in this video here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Also, if you're interested in joining the Discord, find the link down in the description portion of this video below. You guys that may be new to watching the video, say, what's the Discord here on the channel? It's a great community where we, as fellow like-minded future traders, if you're interested in trading or you are trading in future markets, come join us. We talk about, just our levels and zones. Some people share their strategies or whatever the case is. It's a place where you can have, you can ask questions and get answers at the same time. I'm on there as well as interacting with the crowd or the community. It's just a great community. It's continuously growing each day by the numbers. And I think we have 400 plus community members right now. So yeah, simply find the link to the Discord down in the description portion of this video below. And that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. And I wish everyone a successful trading day. So please be safe. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care.